Have you ever had this? I know my mom has had it. I don't think I've had it with a car, or maybe I know for sure more people have had this. Perhaps with houses that you enter or try to enter the wrong house or car, or you step into a wrong car that looks exactly like the car that you were traveling in as a guest or as a, how do you say it? The shotgun person. In any case, you know what I mean. Have you ever had that? It's extremely funny. Well, depending on how good you are with making mistakes. Like maybe you're someone who's like, oh no, and you go in all kinds of shameful behavior. Or maybe you can laugh about it. And I'm using this example to illustrate to you how you can deal with falling out of a state. So let's say you have a house with multiple floors, and let's say every floor is a state of being. You have 7 floors. Now, the interesting thing is, a state has a lot of thoughts that belong to the state. They come automatically from the state. But you can also have thoughts randomly from every floor knocking on the door of any state. It doesn't mean it belongs to the state. It just means it's an old echo, it's collective consciousness, it's a nervous system imprint, which is actually also a really good one, which I'll get into a bit later. So let's say you are in a state of everything in my life is amazing and everything works out for me in the most magical way. And all of a sudden, this thought pops up like, oh, my life sucks. If you allow that door to, that thought to enter the floor, you open the door, let's say you're in the state that I mentioned before, right? When you open the door and invite the thought in, you sink through the floors and you are in all of a sudden in at floor number 2, where that is kind of normal thought behavior. Now, you can be all up in arms about it and get your panties all twisted up, or you can just say, ah, shit, wrong floor. I don't need to be here. I don't want to be here even. And you take the elevator or you bilocate or you whatever. The thing is, no biggie. You just get back to the right floor. That's it. Nothing dramatic has to happen for you to get back into the other state. It becomes a problem when you make it a problem, and it doesn't have to be a problem. Just like when you get into the wrong car or you put your key in the wrong door, like, don't make a dramatic scene out of it. It's just like, oh, oops, wrong car. Oh, oops, wrong house. No biggie, right? But when you become really dramatic about it, then it becomes a drama thing. Just like little kids. Do you notice that when everything is, the world is actually going under? The world is, it's the end of the world when they have a toy that they are playing with and you take it away from them and they go crazy until you distract them and you either give them someone else to play, something else to play with or whatever. And all of a sudden they're like super distracted and doing something else and forget about that first toy completely altogether. It's the same with you. Don't hang on to anything that happened just now. Fuck it. Just get back to the floor where the state is you're inhabiting. Now, so let's say, because we have a physical body, right? And the physical body, it imprints things in its nervous system and even fascia, but let's treat all of that as the same. So when you've had a life experience that was pretty intense, and also which is something you came to transcend this lifetime, because we all came with things we came to transcend. That's the name of the game. That's the play, the game of life. So in every state, it doesn't matter how good you feel, there will always be something that happens, something you think, some situation that you always seem to attract, no matter how amazing you feel. That is a sign to come back to the rooms idea. So Neville speaks about, in my father's house are many mansions. If it weren't so, I wouldn't tell you. Something like that is the scripture. So, meaning there are so many states in my father's house. Like there are many states that you can occupy. The thing is this: if you have a nervous system imprint, then all the floors of all the mansions, like the whole foundation and all the different woodwork, is faulty. So it will show up in every room. Now, you can obviously get past this because everything that you believe in, you can also unbelieve. And you know how you do it? You do it by not pushing away the feeling, understanding first of all what it is, because it's not just any thought, it's a thought that keeps popping up over and over again, and you keep bumping into the situation, different person, same issue. Like, for instance, with men, I know that are some women and also men that have a partner that always, like, they always have a partner that cheats. And it happens to them time and time and time again until they understand, fuck, wait, this is me. There's something going on in my system that produces this, because it's every time the same situation. So then you know that there is something foundationally in all of the rooms in my father's mansion that wants to be repaired. And how you do it is you uncouple the story, but you do follow the feeling that wants to be felt, and it wants to be finished. And I'm going to explain that. So this comes from a childhood memory usually. And the cheating has to do with something that happened in your childhood with either the father or the mother, or like so many people, so different ways of this being expressed in their youth. But when that thing happened that made you believe, let's say, I'm not worthy of, what would it be? I'm not a priority. I'm second best, or whatever. Something in along those lines. You have never let that feeling be completely metabolized by your system because for whatever reason, it wasn't allowed to finish. It wasn't safe, there wasn't time, whatever. And all that is asking now is it wants to be finished. The feeling wants to be finished. It doesn't want story, it doesn't want narrative, none of it. The feeling just wants to be followed and completely let, it wants to run its course. It just wants to finish what it started. And that's it. That's all there is to it. Like, no joke. So what do you do with this? It's about breathing, staying with yourself, self-possession, not self-abandoning, not trying to psychologize it away, not distracting yourself with alcohol, drugs, and sex, partying, whatever. Staying with the feeling until it completes itself, and that's it. No story, No narrative, no, this is hard, nothing. Just following it. That's it. And then the many mansions in your father's house have a clean nervous system to work from. And then you can pick and choose which state. So I trust that this helps for sure someone. And I hope it's you, because when I realized this, oh my goodness, like no joke, so many things shifted. So many things shifted. Yeah, this is it for now. A fit mind creates a beautiful body and an epic life. And I will see you in the next. And if you want to work with me, details in the description. If you have questions, email in the description. Peace out.